morning, everyone.
Good morning, ma'am.
How many students have joined in? Only 18. Okay, let us just wait for the other students to join in. In the meantime, I will be sharing a link of the quiz with you that I told you yesterday that we'll be doing a quiz and you can log into it. I've shared the link. So please join in.
Ma'am, could you share it again? Oh, the quiz. Yes, I got it.
Yeah, the quiz.
Ma'am, you are muted.
In case you're finding it difficult to join the quiz, please go to joinmyquiz.com and use the code 734819. Nibir is in which section? CSC or EEE?
CSE.
Please, Parth, share the team code with Nibir. Have you shared, Parth? Why aren't the students joining the quiz? I can see only 25 people and 40 people have joined the class. Please be quick in joining the quiz. Then I need to begin with the next topic. Yes, please be quick. Parth, did you share the team code with her?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Okay, her full name is Nibir Maram Deka.
Yes, ma'am.
I'm in, ma'am, now. Thank you.
Nibir, you have not joined this team?
No, ma'am. I was not able to join this team until now.
It
Park
is not.
sent the link.
No, but how have you been attending the classes then? Through the link?
No, ma'am. It was there in MS Team, but today I don't know what's the problem.
Okay, because I
didn't get
think
the
you've already added in the team, Nibir. But
Yes,
anyways,
ma'am.
do try to log in through the code. If you, I'll check your name after the class. Okay.
Okay, ma'am.
I've shared a link in the chat box, and please join the quiz using the link. So 44 attendees and 34 have joined in. The other 10, are you facing any problem? These activities count towards your internal assessment. Do not forget.
Ma'am, I went to the quiz, but the name was already there.
Rama, your name, how is it possible?
Yes, ma'am.
Did you try to join in twice?
Yes, ma'am. That was cancelled.
That is why it doesn't matter. You can use just write Rama and add something with it. But please use your
Okay, ma'am.
names. Yeah. Rama, and use your maybe the surname or your class or something like, Rama 1 CSE 5. Do it like this, because once the name is taken, then it doesn't take the same name again if you log in twice. "37 students have joined in. What about others?" Okay, I'm going to begin with the quiz now. 44 attendees and 39 have joined the quiz, so I think we are good to go. Read the questions carefully. This also in a way prepares you for your internals and for your term exams also.
Excuse me, ma'am.
Yes, beta.
Ma'am, it says that time is out for quiz. It's not
No,
connecting.
I have not yet begun the quiz. Use the correct code 734819.
Okay, ma'am.
Okay, try logging in again. 734819. I will share my screen
Ma'am,
also.
I tried, but it's showing invalid game code.
I haven't even started the game. Did you use the link to join?
Ma'am, the link is not working. So
Go to joinmyquiz.com.
yes, ma'am, I go to that and enter the code, but the code was invalid. 734189.
You're using the wrong code. It is 734819.
Okay, ma'am.
Okay, 819. I'm starting the game. Yes. Why is it taking so much time, Sumaya? Why have you not begun with the quiz? Sumaya Pathan, have you started with the quiz?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, beta, okay. Now somebody has used the code only as the name. How will I get to know who is this? How will I assess you? Okay, some of you seem to, yeah, you've completed the quiz. Good. How was it, Akshat?
Hello?
Was it easy?
Yes, ma'am, it was kind of easy.
Kind of easy. Okay. Okay.
Ma'am,
Yes.
ma'am, where is the second question?
Sorry, beta.
One second question.
What happened to the second question?
Well, question is not coming.
It takes time at times. There must be some connectivity issue at your end, beta.
Okay, ma'am.
Okay. Yeah.
I had the highest marks, I think, and then it says you are almost done. Couldn't save your answers. Please try again later. Due to network issues, we are unable to save your all answers.
Oh, that would be, that's due to the connectivity issue.
Yes, ma'am. Actually, I'm outside traveling. That's why.
Oh, no problem. No problem. It's okay. It's okay.
My marks is
Sorry.
I had 1200. Oh yeah. Okay.
So I can see most of you seem to have completed the quiz except Jashandeep is on it. Then there is somebody 734819. Who's this person? I do not know. Somebody has just used a dot. I mean, okay. Are you not confident about your own responses? Nibir. Okay, Sumaya is still doing the questions. Nibir is also on it. Who's this dot? Who has used a dot? You will miss out on the assessment if I don't get to see, though I will get to see the names if I mail you your responses. But if I take it on the face value, you tend to lose out on your internal assessment, whatever I have to, assess you on. So please don't use such symbols, non-verbal communication where written communication is required. That's what we are studying, isn't it? We are discussing barriers in communication, and look, we have two examples of barrier in communication right in front of us. Wrong choice of medium of communication. These two people.
Ma'am?
Yes?
Ma'am, can you explain environmental barriers again?
No, it is not in that. I haven't put the quiz in that mode that I can extend the time.
No, ma'am, I'm asking, can you explain environmental barriers again?
Okay. Okay. Just are you done with the quiz?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Ma'am, that's where most of my mistakes were.
Okay. Just let the class finish the quiz. Okay. I'm just going to wind up the quiz now. Rishabh Sharma has joined the quiz quite late.
Yes, ma'am. Sorry, my network problem.
That means you've joined the class late, no?
No, ma'am. It was not connecting to the this peer deck or this page, ma'am.
Okay. Okay, I'm closing the quiz now. Yuvraj is third, Akshit is second, and Pradwal is first. Good. And that's the scoreboard. As all of you can see the scoreboard right in front of you. Can you see the scoreboard? Okay, so I have this option of view full report and I will go through it later. Now. Okay, so we come to our discussion of, yes. So what was the question? Somebody had asked me a question regarding the barriers.
Environmental barrier.
See, when we talk, I know why are you asking this question, because you had physical and environmental both in the same options.
Yes, ma'am.
Together, right?
Yes, ma'am.
So of course, see,
Yes,
generally when we talk about the physical and the environmental barriers, we tend to take them together. But if you have both of these in an option, so the environmental barriers, they emanate from your surroundings, right? The noise, right? Or some disturbance, and physical barriers and emanate from some kind of physical disability, or like, you know, that option which was there where the mother, you know, she cuddles the child, brings the child close to her, you know, because the child is crying. So that will come under this, then this will be the categorization of the physical barriers, or some kind of physical impairment. Are you clear? You understanding? Right? Yes, Prajwal.
Ma'am, but the answer was personal.
No, I'm just giving you an example of differentiating between that is personal, because you are, you know, you are, as a mother, you are personally attached to the child. So that is love, that is affection, that is why personal.
excuse me, ma'am.
I'm just trying to differentiate between the physical and the environmental aspect of the barriers. Okay.
Ma'am, there is a question
Excuse me,
in
ma'am.
which
Yes, Parth?
Ma'am,
and the regional
Just
area.
who's speaking?
Ma'am, Parth answer.
Yes, Parth.
And there is a question. The area in a local pharmacy has a wheelchair access ramp. What type of strategy is this?
Just a moment. What is the question number?
10th.
Ninth.
In my board is it 10?
Oh, yeah, the question order has been shuffled. The registration area in a local pharmacy has a wheelchair. That's a physical barrier.
No, but the answer is environmental.
Oh, wheelchair access ramp. No. Okay. See, if the yes, that is right in the sense because that environment has been created, right, for people with physical disability, hence environmental. Had there been a reference only to wheelchair, that a person is there on the wheelchair, then it would have been a physical barrier. This is the reason. Clear? That environment has been created. Am I able to make you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Right? I'll just simplify just a moment. The physical barrier and environmental barrier, when they come separately, the environmental barrier emanates from your surroundings. Is it clear? The environmental barriers, they emanate from your surroundings. The registration area in a local pharmacy has a wheelchair access ramp. What type of strategy is this? This is environmental strategy. For example, if you have not been to Amity campus, or you must have been to the Amity campus, you will find that at every block, there is a ramp that has been created for wheelchair access. Ramp has been created. Now what has been done? An environment has been created which is friendly for the people with some kind of a physical disability. Is it clear? Had that not been there, then it would have been a barrier. There would have been an environmental barrier. That environment has not been created. Please do not take the word environment in its limited sense to mean the environment in terms of the climate. It is an all-encompassing term.
Okay.
Right? Yes.
And so what would be the question if physical barrier were to be the answer?
For which particular question?
And for the same question, what would be the question?
What would be the answer?
No, ma'am, the question means, just a second. Like if there was not a ramp in the...
Then what kind of a barrier it is?
Yes, ma'am.
That will be the question. Here it is strategy. Then the question would be what kind of barrier is there? So environmental barrier is in place. Okay. Clear? Yes. Anybody else?
Yes, ma'am.
And like I told you that day, if you remember that all these barriers, they overlap with each other. Right? Language barrier, you will find it. Yes, yes.
Ma'am, there was a question talking loudly or a person is talking quickly.
Yes,
how is that an environmental barrier? Environmental problem?
Which question is this? I need to understand the complete question. Question number?
Ma'am.
Because even in my listening, the questions are getting shuffled.
10 to 14.
Just a moment. Let me go through it. Prejudice. Talking too fast is an example of...
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Talking too fast is an example of which type of barrier? Okay. So, no, this shouldn't be environmental barrier.
Ma'am, the answer was environmental barrier.
You sure
I
about
got this wrong.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, don't worry.
Yes,
I'll
ma'am.
this option.
Ma'am, we take on physical, but the answer was in environmental.
No, don't worry. I will go through this. I will go through this one. Maybe
for quite a few of them, there was too much ambiguity over whether it was physical or environmental.
Yes, I know that. That is why I clarified the difference, because generally we take physical and environmental barriers somewhat, as considered synonymous to each other, but there is still some difference. Is it clear? So
must be personal barrier.
I said there must be some problem with the selection of the option. Don't worry, I will look into it.
But I'm asking, is
So
it
what is the answer
personal
for
one or physical one?
It should be physical. It cannot be environmental. Because it is not a cultural barrier. Okay.
Ma'am, why not personal?
See, personal is generally related to your mindset, to your emotions, etc. Okay. You generally, when we talk about personal barriers, it is related to what I think, how I perceive, more like psychological barriers. Like, we talk about it's my personal issue. It's very personal to me. So the emotions and feelings have a bigger role to play in that. Right?
Yes.
Anybody else? You can discuss whatever your doubts, your queries are. No problem.
There is a question in which documents were to be arranged and the person has to sign them and he was not able to arrange them. Related to that, I was not able to find the question.
You will have to explain the question, please.
I think the name of the person is Mr. Bell or something.
Okay, does anyone, just a moment. So what is the confusion there? I can't find the question.
Ma'am, I was not able to find the right answer. Like, what would be the answer to that question? Ma'am, first one.
Okay, now you tell me, this is not very complicated. What is the answer to this question, class?
Physical.
Can you see my screen?
Physical.
Yes.
Ma'am, which one?
When Mr. Bell is admitted for glaucoma surgery, he has trouble seeing the documents in order to sign them. What barrier is inhibiting effective communication?
Physical.
It is physical.
Physical.
There is disturbance. Please mute yourself. Please mute yourself. Right? So, like I told you that day, that when we talk about these barriers, these barriers, they overlap with each other, all of these barriers. So, of course, there is going to be some kind of overlapping taking place. And sometimes we think that one barrier can fall in, one situation can fall in multiple barriers, but out of the given options, you have to select the closest one. Remember, even in your exams, the kind of questions that will be set, even if it is going to be objective type, sometimes the options will be such that you will feel all the options are correct. But there will be one option which will be, please mute yourself. There will be one option which will be more correct than the others. Clear? Okay. Is there any other doubt regarding barriers? Can we move over to the next topic now?
Ma'am, can you please explain sending and receiving barrier? That yesterday's quiz topic.
See, sending and receiving barriers, those yesterday's questions, they were more from the point of view, is the barrier from the point of view of the sender, or are the barriers from the viewpoint of the receiver? That is from where the confusion or the misunderstanding is arising. Is it like my problem, or is it your problem? That was something that you had to consider. From where is the misunderstanding starting? I have been perfect in my communication. I've taken care of all the points, and you have misunderstood because of various reasons? Or is it that I have conceived the message in such a way that you are not able to understand it properly? Right?
Okay, ma'am.
That was what was the meaning of sender. Is it the problem on the part of the sender or on the part of the receiver? Clear? So can we move over to the next topic, or you have any point related to barriers? I can go back to the barrier slide. We can discuss that, or we can move over to the next aspect of our discussion. Anybody has any doubt, please clarify it. No problem at all. We can redo, we can go again through whatever we have discussed. No problem at all. But please do not sleep with your doubts. Discuss them. It actually clarifies the doubts of 10 other people.
Excuse me, ma'am.
Yes, Jashandeep.
Ma'am, by mistake I logged in twice to the quiz, but I did answers from the only one name, ma'am.
Okay, that's fine. That's
Okay.
fine. That's fine, Jashandeep.
Okay.
That's fine. Right. Anybody else? Okay, so before we move over to the discussion of the principles of communication, I would like to share one clipping with you, and I just want you to recognize, because the discussion is still on barriers, that what is the situation like and what could have been done to avoid it. Clear? Is it audible? Is it audible?
Yes, ma'am.
Four candles. Four candles.
Excuse me, ma'am.
Yes.
Yeah.
PL is asking for confirming yesterday's attendance is marked or not.
Yes, it is marked.
Okay, ma'am.
Four candles. No, four candles. Well, there you are, four candles. No, four candles. Handles for forks. Got any plugs? Plugs? Yeah. What kind of plugs? A rubber one, bathroom. What size? 13 amp. It's electric plugs, electric bathroom plugs, you call them. Tree, electric bathroom. What? Saw tips. Saw tips. What do you want, ointment or something like that? No, saw tips, but covering the saws. Tips. Hose? No, we haven't got any. Coming in, but we haven't got any. Got any hose? Hose? Hose. No hose. Hose? I thought you meant hose. Hose. You say hose. You say that. Hose. You meant hose. No hose. Hose? Well, that... Oh, you mean pantyhose? Pantyhose? No, hose. Hose for the gate. Mon repose. O's. Letter O's. How many do you want? Two. Right. Yeah, next. Got any peas? God's sake, why didn't you bleeding tell me that when I'm up the stairs already for that? They tell me bleeding there. I'm up and down the shop all the time. I've got all the shop up and down the hill today. Why don't you tell me when I'm planning things? I'm the plan by How many do you want? No, tins of peas. Three tins of peas. You're having me on, aren't you? There we go. Right. Pumps. Pumps. And pumps, foot pumps. Come on. Foot pumps. Foot pumps. Foot pumps. See the foot pump. Tidy up in here. There we are. No pumps for your feet, brown pump size 9. You are having me on. You are definitely having me on. No. You are having.
Okay, so what did you observe? What was happening here? Yes, Bihan?
Big accent issue to begin with.
You're just going to talk about the barriers first. Yes.
Yeah,
yes.
big accent issue to begin with. So they obviously had issues by themselves because they couldn't understand each other's accents, even though they were probably from the same place.
Hmm.
It also seemed like one of them was deliberately just trying to mess around.
You sure about it?
I mean, in the beginning,
Okay.
point.
Okay. Okay. Yes. Anybody else?
It also
And the man who was buying was not able to understand the language whom from he is purchasing the things. There was no understanding between them.
There was no understanding between the two.
And the pronunciation of words was so different.
Okay, the accent. Basically, it was the accent. Yeah, and of course, accent, pronunciation, they go hand in hand. Yes, Divyam?
Ma'am, does this come under denotative and connotative meanings?
No, it is related to pronunciation and accent. Right? Yes. Yes. Yes, Parth?
Yes, ma'am. So the person who is buying the goods, expecting the seller to know whatever he is trying to say, like the pumps. He doesn't specify the like foot pumps or hand pumps.
Yes.
So he is expecting him to know what his lifestyle might be, what he might be doing. So that is a barrier in communication.
Very good. Very nice. Very, very keen observation. Yes, Vanshika?
Ma'am, my point is said by Parth.
Okay. Okay. Yes. Yes. Anybody else?
Ma'am,
Yes.
also all the words used are all ambiguous words. So there is confusion.
They're ambiguous. Why are they ambiguous? Why are they confusing? There is some reason for that, no?
As they have more than one interpretation to them.
Okay. Yes, that is yes. You're saying that the set of words being used, they are homonyms or homophones. We'll come to that discussion later. The words which sound the same, but the meaning is different. Right? So that's very good. Very, okay, somebody mentioned about this also, that that there is some ambiguity in the meaning. Very true. Very right, Himank. Yes, Parth.
The ambiguity is because of the buyer's past biases about the product, like the foot pump.
Very good. Yes, right. That he's also assuming that this is what he wants. Right, right. Yes, Aditya.
Ma'am, I don't think someone goes to a hardware store and order peas.
I actually did not run the entire video because it's a bit long, because it wasn't actually peas. That is the main purpose of this video. I cut it short in between, right? So that is the entire, it wasn't peas. Peas in the sense the mutter thing, the vegetable that you're talking
Yes,
about.
ma'am. That's why the shopkeeper was a bit confused.
Yeah, herein the pronunciation and accent barrier is coming in work, is creating a barrier between confusion between the two, no?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. Yes, Shivansh?
Ma'am, could this be the barrier because ma'am he was the only person working there, so he has to understand the person and as well as bring the product to him. So it was ma'am a bit confusing.
Overload of communication, you're trying to say?
Yes, ma'am.
He's overworked, yes, he's alone, but there is just one customer over there that he has to cater to. Right?
Yes, ma'am.
So not exactly, we cannot say that, right? But we find that he's utterly frustrated because he's thinking that this person is trying to play upon him, that he's trying to, purposely make him, irritate him by mispronouncing or by giving half information, right? Yes, Prajwal.
A funny part was the O's one, that the one O's is
yes,
horse, hose, and the letter O that confused the and one more thing, I think.
Yes.
He brought the letter O at the last because he was expecting him to get a horse and then a hose, which would make sense, but yeah.
Yes, ma'am. That's what we get on a hardware store, ma'am. That's why the shopkeeper was confused. Why is he asking for these things in a hardware store?
Yes.
But he did have these things.
Yes, of course, we did have. That is why, because see, we cannot compare our hardware stores with the again environment, culture, isn't it? Right? So there were many things that were there. He wanted the O's, like you were saying. I want the O's, and again the pronunciation, accent, the hose, or even hose has two meanings to it. Yes, Prajwal, you have any other observation?
No, ma'am, sorry, forgot.
Okay, now you tell me what could have been done to avoid this situation. It was not that long a list, and how could the barriers that were there between the two, what could have been the best way around to overcome the confusion between the two?
Excuse me, ma'am.
Yes.
Ma'am, by writing the items that you want to buy in a list and then handing the list over to him.
And handing the list to the person. Very good. Yes, Divyam. Okay.
And ma'am also explaining. I'm also explaining what he wants to buy, like a pump, which type of pump and other
which
things.
type of pump, right? That is, there was some shortcoming in the manner in which the information was being given to the person and how the information was being received. There were, right, a more problem we can say was it like sender related issues or the receiver related issue? Now, Vanshika, you're going to answer this question.
Ma'am, I guess sender or receiver both.
You cannot be that diplomatic. Yes. Others?
I'll go with sender. He was not able to convey his message like properly.
Okay. Yes. Anybody else? Yes, Parth.
Ma'am, I am actually having a doubt. Like, if we see from the perspective of the receiver, then the sender is giving the wrong information, and if we look from the other perspective, the receiver is getting the wrong information. So, how do we decide which we have to choose?
Okay. Okay. Yes, Hima.
Just
Okay. So, yes, Divyam.
Ma'am, it is sender related issue because it's the duty of the sender to convey his point properly and the way the so that the receiver understands.
Like we last time talking about that your communication, if it is receiver centric, the chances, the probability of misunderstandings can be less. Yes, Divyam?
I just said that.
Oh, okay, sorry. Prajwal, somebody else also had raised the hand. Okay, right. So like you had said that, of course, from the viewpoint of both the people, we find that the other person is at fault. But who is, like, it's all about who is more responsible. Who is more responsible in a given situation? Because as far as the shopkeeper is concerned, that man at the counter, he is also victim of certain assumptions that if he says the pump, then he's assuming, or if he's talking about plugs, then he's assuming in these plugs. Even he did not make the effort of asking right in the beginning, which kind of plugs are you talking about, right? So, of course, we have to just realize that from who is more responsible for creating that scenario of confusion or ambiguity. Now, my purpose of showing you this video was that, when we try to assess ourselves, it is very difficult to find out a problem in us. That, yeah, there could be some problem on my part as far as the misunderstanding is concerned. But when we see another situation, objectively, as a third person, it is very, very easy for us to ascertain that where is the problem taking place as far as the communication is concerned. So this one particular scenario, and imagine you people could find out so many things that were missing in their communication, which if they were put in place, the possibility of miscommunication or confusion that arose could have been minimized. And if we become a little bit this much responsible when we communicate or connect with people, the possibility, the probability of misunderstandings can be reduced. I'm not saying negated completely, because that's a little bit difficult, because you can be 100% sure or responsible when your communication is happening, but really do not know what are the biases or the prejudices working, like we talk about the personal barriers at the other end, right? So therein there is some kind of limitation. So this brings us to the discussion of what we talk about, the 7 C's of communication, right? Completeness, clarity, conciseness, correctness, concreteness, courtesy, and consideration. These are the 7 C's of communication, or they're also referred to as the basic principles of communication, right? These are, apart from these 7 C's, there are going to be other gateways. The term is gateways that we're going to discuss, that how we can ensure that our communication is such that there is less misunderstanding or misconception between two different people. Now, when we talk about completeness, that now in this case, was the principle of completeness in this particular video flouted?
No, ma'am.
You sure? Was the communication complete in every aspect, be it the sender or the receiver, whosoever you would like to take as an example?
Yes, ma'am, it was flouted. It was not complete.
It was not
okay, wherein did you find that the
not complete?
That the
Ma'am,
communication
that sender was not conveying that what he actually want, and not even the receiver. That shopkeeper was asking that exact thing.
Okay, Right. So who said that the communication was, I would just like to understand from you that what makes you think that the communication was absolutely complete? I'm sure you must have some notion in your mind that you felt that our communication is absolutely complete and there is no problem. You shouldn't kind of inhibit from coming up with a viewpoint. Maybe there is something that we are missing out, please. Okay. Okay, fine, no problem. But yes,
question.
I had asked that in this particular video, did you find that principle of completeness was being flouted? So somebody had said that no, the communication was complete. So I just wanted to understand that why did you feel that the communication was complete? That's it. Yes, Parth.
Ma'am, communication was not complete.
Yes, Parth.
And communication was not complete. That was not the question. I was saying that in the question that if the accent is there with the sender, then whose fault is it? Like, who is the buyer in communication, sender or receiver?
See, when we talk about accent, because now that person is that individual has a heavy American accent, and that is not the fault. Accent is the result of your environment, the region, the place that you come from. But yes, when you are coming across, when we talk about cultural barriers, so when we know we are interacting with the person wherein we are not accustomed to the accent, or we know that the accent is heavy, then as a receiver of the information, I have to put in that extra effort of understanding, of double checking what the other person is trying to say, or find other means of ascertaining what is exactly the message being communicated. This we'll discuss when we discuss culture. Yeah.
So, in this question, it is sender.
Yes, of course, the sender's accent is a bit heavy, right? And that is creating a major problem, the pronunciation and the accent. But yes, if the shopkeeper had realized it, the shopkeeper could have easily asked for the list in the hand. That could have, made the work more easy for him. Right? It's how you simplify or make your communication easy and simple.
Okay.
Yes. So that's very true that the principle of completeness was flouted in this particular video that we saw, that the communication at certain places was not complete. The way the number of O's required, or hose is needed, or what is needed, right? So completeness is a very, very important principle of communication. And whether it is written communication or spoken communication, whatever you communicate, it should give a complete picture to the other person. Like it says, give something extra when desirable. For example, in this particular case, some extra information could have been given to the shopkeeper so that there is no further confusion. So when we talk about that, how to ensure that there is completeness of communication, to answer that, your information that you give should revolve around these 5 W's: who, what, where, when, why. You should be able to answer, when we talk about journalistic reporting, they tend to answer these questions so that nothing is left out. And the news that they are reporting is absolutely complete. They adhere to the principles of effective communication, completeness: who, what, where, when, why. That is very, very important for you to bear in your mind when you are connecting, or when you are addressing your concerns with the other person. Even when you're answering your questions in the examination, all the points are covered in the way that is desired, or the way it has been explained to you, that your answers should be there in your examination. So in totality, the entire picture has to be seen. So that is why this completeness is the first and the most important principle of effective communication, whether oral or written. So we'll continue with this discussion tomorrow. It's already time. I've downloaded your attendance. And please ponder over the situation and ponder over the other principles that I've just shown you in that particular slide, and we'll continue our discussion on the principles of effective communication tomorrow, right? So till that time, have a nice day, stay safe, stay healthy,